Hello, and welcome to another Father of the Day interview as we celebrate fathers this month of June. I'm your host, George, and with me I have Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. We're really excited to have you with us today.
Yeah, my
And
pleasure. Thank you for having me.
no problem. Also, we're happy that you get to share your unique fatherhood experience with us. Let's start off
hmm
by just telling us a little bit about yourself and maybe where you're joining from us today.
Yeah, so I'm actually in Toronto, Canada, but I'm from Montreal. I'm just visiting Toronto for the weekend, so I'm calling in from Toronto. And a little bit about me. Well, I've been a father for almost 3 years now, but I kind of include the since pregnancy, so I like to add in 9 months from
Yes.
there because I feel like that's exactly when it starts.
Yes.
Um, so about 3 years and 9 months. Been a father, and in my day to day, I'm a business owner, yoga instructor, and yeah, I would say that's pretty much about me.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Can you tell us a little bit? I know you mentioned that um, being a father doesn't start when the baby is born, but it starts when the baby is conceived. When you find out that I'm actually pregnant, that's when we
Right.
call that in at Father's Uplift. We call that pre-father care.
Okay.
That's what we call it. And
Right.
I actually would want you to tell us about your fatherhood journey. And you already shared how it began, but you know,
Yeah.
just elaborate on that.
Yeah. So, in full transparency, me and my son's mother, we were kind of going through a little bit of a rough patch when I found out. So she had missed uh, her period for a couple weeks
Hmm.
and or a week or so. It came late. Anyways, we took a test and we found out we had a heart to heart. Tried to work out our differences and just say how much we need to work together and how important it is now because it's something that's above any of us at this point. And from that point on, like I consider myself a father, and I wouldn't say like she's pregnant. I would say like we're pregnant, and what I mean, things like just small things like that that I think kind of makes a difference. And yeah, just getting ready for the journey. Um, you think you have an idea of how things are going to be before like
Hmm.
the baby comes or whatever the case is, but
Yeah.
just trying to adapt and yeah, honestly the journey thus far has been really amazing. I think it's been something beautiful. I love being a father. I love trying to uh, be respectful of how he sees the world, but just kind of
Hmm.
show him how I see the world, and you know
Yes.
like just kind of lessons and wisdom that I've kind of been able to tap into along the way and just try to share that with him as much as possible. But yeah, he's an amazing kid, and yeah, really really happy, really lucky.
Nice. So you said you have one kid, right?
Yes,
So what's his age and what's his name?
his name is Kai,
Kai. It's a
and
beautiful name.
thank you. I didn't choose it, but I like it too. um, Kai is going to be 3 at the end of June, so a little less
Yes.
than a month. He's going to have his third
Okay.
birthday. We're going to celebrate his third birthday, and
Uh-huh.
yeah, he's a great kid. Um, he's really into like anything trains. He really likes trains. He really likes
Uh-huh.
balloons. Um, and we he's not in daycare at the moment. And during the weekdays, I have him like so between me and his grandmother. We watch him during the week, and I think it's something that's really cool because I can bring him to like my meetings. So I'll have like work meetings, and so he'll be able to like listen um, to like these conversations and actually see how the world works and how people have to communicate and problem solve and stuff like that. So I'm excited for him in that regards. Um, he's off in the corner, kind of playing with his Legos and stuff like that. But I know part of him is picking up as to like what's going on and just try to share as many different experiences as possible. So we'll go to like a jiu-jitsu studio, we'll go to a yoga studio, we'll go to meetings and stuff like that. So yeah, just try to show him as many different experiences as possible.
Does he like yoga like that?
Not really. He'll just like climb over me when we practice and like climb on my back and stuff like that. But or he'll say like, "Look, Daddy, I can do whatever the case is," and then he'll try his best to do it and
Oh,
stuff like yeah. But no, he yeah, just kids play at this point.
oh, okay. So what is the most challenging part of fatherhood?
Uh, in my experience, the most challenging part is just to make sure that um, the father and the mother are on the same page about certain
Mm-hmm.
things. Keep that line of communication open. Not take things so seriously. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, so I would just say, yeah, that's just my experience. Is to yeah, just because it's tough when like you know you like I said, you have an idea of how things are gonna go, how you're gonna
Yeah.
parent, who
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be, but like when the child actually comes, they're able to bring out a certain side of you that maybe you've
Yes.
tried to kind of keep under control or whatever.
Yep.
So yeah, just to kind of be on the same page as to like how you're gonna handle certain things, and also not to try to take on too much and kind of communicate like when you need some time or if you need support in certain regards, and yeah, just support each other. I think that's um, first and foremost.
Right. Definitely. Definitely. And I don't know a lot about Canada, Toronto, but um, I wanted to ask you a question about how services are in where you're at when it comes to like fathers. So, over in the states, we don't really have a lot of help when it comes to services specifically for fathers. Uh, but I don't know how that works in Toronto as well. And if it's the same case, what is the message you want to send to people about that?
That's a great question. So where I'm from in Montreal, um, I know of one community organization that caters specifically to fathers. Um, but to be quite honest, now that, and I've never really thought about it before you've mentioned it, I know tons of organizations and programs and support for mothers, but not that many for fathers, which is I guess it's an area that we can definitely improve on,
Yes.
because I think fathers need it just as much as mothers, and we need the support, we need the services, we need to because I'll be like honest, like I'm learning a lot like right now, as I'm going through it,
Yes.
instead of
Hmm.
like from the men in my family or my father
Right.
specifically.
Yeah.
So whenever you have a father figure to kind of look up to, that's a healthy, role model
Hmm.
that you would want to
Hmm.
um, kind of reproduce the same tactics, then you have sort of a foundation to go on, right? But if you really don't
Yeah.
have that foundation to go on, then you're really kind of learning as you go. And just to have, an organization that you could reach out to, or people, friends, family, uncles, cousins that you could reach out to.
Hmm.
Um, not everybody has that. So if
Yeah.
they don't have
Yeah.
that to kind of have programs that do support fathers in
Right.
that sense, I
Right.
think it's something that, yeah, I've never thought about it, but um, definitely I don't think there's enough out there.
Yes, there definitely is, and then we're trying to shed light on that because, you know, the mom is the one carrying the baby, but the father also goes through the same emotions,
Yeah,
same trauma that they go through. Post traumatic stress,
yeah,
just like them, they have postpartum. Men have
yeah,
postpartum as well.
yeah,
So um, moms carry the baby, but fathers is just as important as the mom when it comes to asking us, "Are you okay? Like, what
right,
do you need? Is there
right,
a group for you guys after you have the baby? How do you show support to your woman? How do you show support to yourself?" There's
right,
really not a lot like that, but we're trying to make that happen where we bring that to light where we have our groups and we have everything, and we really try to make that happen. On that note, I want to ask you, what advice would you give new fathers about fatherhood?
I would say just to have fun, man. Just to have
Hmm.
fun and understand that like they're gonna grow so fast. Like it happens like, you know, 1 year to the next to the next. Um, they're gonna be picking up so many things at such a fast pace, and just enjoy every day, every moment. Like I said, not to take things too seriously, um, and yeah, have fun. Have fun.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful journey. It's definitely exhausting. Definitely, you know, um, it comes with it's a roller coaster, but try to enjoy the highs as much as the lows, and don't hesitate to reach out, um, for support if you don't have it in your family. Maybe reach out to friends, or
Hmm.
and know that there's always somebody out there that wants to support and that cares. Um,
Yes.
you just have to try to find that person, right? But don't think that you're in this alone. Don't think that nobody cares about you. Don't think that it shows weakness, to reach out for help or any of that stuff. You have a child or children to look after, so you got to make sure that your head's on right and that you're okay, so that you can show up for them and be the best father that you can be.
Yes, definitely. So, what do you wish somebody would have told you when?
Um, Not to put so much pressure on myself, like so I and it's natural that the child at a younger age will, um, bond faster with the mom. You know what I mean? Like the mom is carrying the child, the mom's feeding the child, like nursing and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So just to give yourself time to create that relationship, create that bond. It doesn't happen overnight. Um,
Hmm.
do your skin to skin, um,
Yes.
and yeah, just let it develop, let it take its time, and
Hmm.
enjoy the journey.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
overcomplicate
Definitely.
it. Don't overcomplicate it.
Don't overcomplicate. Yes. And I always tell dads always tell me like there's no written manual for fatherhood, or
There you go.
everybody has a different type of parenting style.
There you
As
go.
long as you love your kid and
There you go.
you do right by them, that's all.
Yeah,
Just be present. Just be
that's it.
present. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah.
That'll be enough. Just
That's
be
it. Be
present.
present and do your best. That's it.
Yeah. Yes.
That's all
Definitely.
it takes. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I have some rapid fire questions. So I'm gonna
All
say a
right.
word and just tell me what's the first thing that come to mind.
Okay.
Um, the first word is kid.
Fun.
Partner.
Communication.
Fatherhood.
Purpose. Joy.
Love.
Love.
Nice.
That's one of them.
Dad.
Yeah, yeah. Honor. Privilege.
Sleep.
Deprived.
You know what? I think you're like the fourth or fifth person that said sleep is deprived. What sleep? I don't know what that word is.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, get your sleep in before or whenever they're about, I think, probably 12 years old.
Okay. Next word is gift.
Life,
Greatness.
patience,
Self care.
necessary.
And that's what's the last one. And Brandon, thank you so much for joining us today
Yeah, my
from
pleasure, brother.
Toronto, but
Yeah,
originally from
Montreal.
Montreal, which
That's
is
right.
actually only 4 hours from Boston. So it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah. It's
far.
pretty close. No, no, no,
So,
they're pretty close.
but like, thank you so much. And I love your
My
perspective on
pleasure.
fatherhood. And
Thank you, brother.
hopefully, we get to do another interview with you on updates on your beautiful son.
Definitely, most definitely. Keep in touch and go Celtics.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
All right.